Yes, it's your boy Rhino. Welcome back to MGTV. Make sure you like the video and please, if you haven't already, you know what to do. Subscribe. Yeah. Man City treble destroys Man United treble of 99. This is what I'm hearing right now. I'm going to be very careful with what I say, but I'm going to keep it all the way honest with exactly how I feel. Yeah. Where do I start? First off, Pep and Ferguson are quite cool, which is nice to see. You know, Pep said he had conversation with Ferguson that morning. Was it? We got it right here. Pep Guardiola says he got a message from Sir Alex Ferguson this morning that touched him. And he says it's an honor to have also won the treble, which is nice. I like that. I like that because it shows that Pep obviously has respect for Fergie. What I would say first and foremost, people, is two different eras. Let's be realistic. It's two complete different eras. I know we like to compare. We compared Messi and Ronaldo, you know, which is more of a fairer comparison as they are kind of within the same era. Football in Ferguson days was much different to what football is now in 2023. Let's be so real, people. It's a different ball game. And what I'd have to say, tactically, I would say Pep is a genius. Tactically, Pep is a genius. Genius. You feel me? Genius. He's innovated new styles of play into the current era of football that we're in. He's set a formula and he set a trend that everyone is following. That's amazing. When it comes to adapting and changing per game, he's brilliant. And don't get it twisted, there's a lot of tactically good managers out there. I think Klopp's quite good. Arteta, he's coming up, he's good. I think Ten Hag is good. He hasn't proved a lot yet, but potential wise, I think he's good. Newcastle manager Eddie Howe, I think he's quite good. De Zerbi's good. So we've got a Premier League that's full of good managers. And obviously Pep's the GOAT. Pep is the best manager in the world. But I think as fans, we need to be careful. Rival fans want to shut down Man United's thing. Fair enough. We're your rivals. That's what we gloat about. If Tottenham did an Invincibles, you know, a lot of Man United fans would be like, you can't talk about Invincibles. Your rival did your Invincibles. And it's funny because there's a bit of a split debate with who's our rivals. Like I was having a conversation with a few of my Man United, my fellow Man United fans, and some were arguing that Arsenal's more of a rivalry. Some were saying City's more of a rivalry. Some were saying Liverpool's more of a rivalry. Me personally, it starts in Manchester. I support a team that's based in Manchester, so I'm incorporating that culture. I grew up in an era where Arsenal was our heavy rivals. City were nowhere to be seen them times. So it makes sense, that whole Wenger Ferguson era, Vieira versus Keane. I get it. But I think as time has gone along and Liverpool have come up and City have come up, you now have to look to them being the rivals. And let me tell you why. I think it, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Manchester City is the same area as Manchester United in terms of it's Manchester. I am a manager in the music game. I don't know if you guys know. Well, now you know if you didn't know. I always advise my artists that it's better to take over your home city and get your city on smash before you worry about going elsewhere. Try. That's my opinion. Try and take over and build love in your city. If you're from a random area in there, Hackney, let everyone in Hackney know about your music. Take over your area. Be the biggest in your area, and then you can start branching out. And I think that's a safer football. Right now, unfortunately, Manchester is red in my eyes, my delusional eyes, but it's really blue right now in terms of what City are doing. So if we can't captivate our own city, why are we now even worrying about teams in London? Our neighbours are dominating the league right now. That's our rivals. And if anything, you might say Liverpool are more rivals. You might even say Leeds. You know? So there's a debate to be had there. And I'm going to save that debate for another show with some of my Let's Talk United panel. But yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, going back to the topic anyway, Ferguson and Pep is two different eras. So I just feel like the City rivalry it means more because, like I said, it's Manchester, and it's two different eras. Right now, you've got directors of football, you've got scout systems, you've got so many levels of management within a football team. Back then, people like Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson, they were doing a lot of stuff hands on. I do know that people were saying that Ferguson wasn't really involved in terms of tactics like that on the pitch. He will just give a set of instructions, and the coach and staff and that will handle it. But still, within reason, he's handling everything. The ideas on the pitch in terms of what he wants, what players he wants to bring in. Obviously, Pep is in charge of what players he wants to bring in, but I feel like it was more on the manager back then. They go and negotiate. They go to the players' houses and go and do the meetings and everything. It's more on them. Whereas now I'm looking for this profile player. Guys, bring me this. Tell me what you find out. Back then, I believe the managers used to find it themselves. You know, you've got the likes of Evra. You've got the likes of Park Ji-sung. You've got the likes of... I need to even trigger back to my old school memory. But we had loads of players that didn't have big names back then. And they were amazing players. You know, standard players playing with the likes of Ronaldo, playing with Andy Cole, playing with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, playing with Sheringham. You know, we had the Vidic, we had Ferdinand, you know, we had Evra, we had what's that guy's name, man? Wes Brown, you know. There's loads of names we had. Names that were unknown and names that were known. But I think it's just two different eras. And also, in my humble opinion, I do feel like City need to get more trophies as well. Because Chelsea have more trophies than them, Arsenal have more trophies than them, and Liverpool. So as much as they've conquered the greatest achievement that a Premier League team has done in terms of getting the mighty treble, next for them would be probably, maybe they might look to do the 4-peat. And I believe United did the 3-peat twice. So I would say if City do the 3-peat twice and probably even do the 4-peat and pass the amount of trophies, then you can call Pep the ultimate manager. But I feel like he still hasn't ticked all the boxes. In this current era, he's the best. And some arguably can say that he's better than Ferguson in certain aspects. But I think it's two different times, two different jobs. And Pep did destroy Alex Ferguson towards the end of his reign. And Alex Ferguson left at a good time. He left on the up. But that was the new style of football coming in. And by that time, Ferguson was reigning for what? I believe, 20 years? Or maybe 10 to 15 years, 20 years? That's a long reign, you know. 13 Premier Leagues Ferguson's done. 13 by himself, the same team. That's crazy. To keep the same team and evolve it as time goes along, as the years go along, evolve it, add taking, add, take, add, take. I mean, add and remove, add and remove, add and remove. It's a big job, you know, to maintain a club for a decade. Can Pep maintain City for 10 years, 15 years, or would he fall off eventually? Because right now it's very competitive. So it's different eras, man. But Manchester United, we still have things to hold on to. We still have more trophies. Unfortunately, Liverpool have passed us. But in terms of Manchester City, Man United have more trophies right now. And we've done the treble and we've done the three-peat twice. We might have even done the treble. I don't know. I can't remember. Remember, I keep it real. Like, I was in football a lot, so involved. And then for a long time, I was away. And now I'm back again. So a lot of my memories like dispersed. You know what I'm saying? But that's my honest opinion. I feel like you can't really compare. I still feel like Ferguson, in terms of longevity, in terms of the amount of trophies, and in terms of maintaining the same club, he's still better than Pep. But Pep has brought a new style. Pep is an innovator. I can't take that away from him. He's a tactical genius. And he's now combated the treble, which is massive. Couple more things to go, and then if he shows some sign of longevity, then I could say, no, ultimately he's the ultimate. But for now, there's still an argument. There's still an argument, and I feel like rival fans are quick to say, "Sir Alex Ferguson's done now. Man United are done. You lot's treble's dead. You lot's things stiff." Nah, bro. Deep it. 13 Premier Leagues, bro. We've still got probably over 10 to 13 or 15 more trophies than City. So that means that Pep needs to be here for a few more years. But let me know what you think. You might disagree. You might think, Rhino, you're capping. You might think, okay, Rhino's got a point. Let me know what you guys think. I personally think he's the GOAT. Pep's the GOAT. Don't get twisted, but you can't call him the best manager ever yet. We need to see a bit of longevity. Yes, Pep did it with two teams. He did it with Barcelona treble. He did it with the Premier League team, Manchester City treble. That's mad. That's crazy. Arguably, you can say Pep's teams are Pep's Barcelona team was one of the greatest teams ever to grace this earth. If I name the players, Iniesta, Messi, and all them, man, Xavi and that's crazy. But at the same time, in this new era, Pep's had good players to play with, and he's a master with that. I feel like back then, Manchester United were dead, and Ferguson brought them alive. You know, brought them alive and converted them, brought them up, climb, bam, dominant for years. Even if we didn't win it, we're winning other cups. We're doing the mad thing. And the road to the treble that we did, the teams that we faced and played and beat, crazy, you know. So there's an argument there. There's still an argument there, but that's what I think. People, please, if you haven't liked the video, man. Like it, man. Subscribe to my channel, man. Rhino MGTV. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know we're live and we're alive. Thank God. You feel me? So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Write a comment. Tell me if you think I'm capping. If you tell me if you think I'm wrong. If you agree, you disagree. Let me know your thoughts. But I think it's not an easy call. You can't just say, yeah, Pep's the best. That's my opinion. Listen, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend as always. It's your boy Rhino.
Hey, I swear firms and rents pattern this.